Are recording. Yes, we are recording. Yes. Hello, good morning. This is Ralph, and like to talk about three email marketing fails that a lot of people will experience these failures, and it's easy to say you need to avoid these things, but these are traps that are so easy to fall into that it is easier said than done trying to avoid these things. But there are certain tools that you can be using that will help you to avoid these three email marketing failures that we're going to talk about. But first, I'd like to bring on a special guest to the podcast. We got our kitty cat here, Mama Cat, and she's very shy. All she wants to do on a cold September morning like this is just cuddle, be petted, get her food, cuddle some more, get petted. We've had her for about 20 years. So she is an old girl. I know she doesn't look it, but man, she has really been with us for a very long time. And this is really one reason why I love home based business. We have right now, over the last few years that I've been in home based business, we've had as many as three dogs and one cat. And then we had two dogs, and then we had one dog and five cats. Now we're down to just three cats. But all that activity, it's like I was able to work at home and just keep up with things, play with the dogs, be with the cats, uh, be with them during the happy times, be with them during the sad times. Because, life of a pet, usually it's not 20 years like it has been with this little girl here. A lot of times, you'll have a dog for like 10 years and then it'll die. And a lot of people just take the dog to the vet, have it put to sleep, have it put down, and they won't really be able to be with the dog during its final hours. Maybe the final hours, the dog will be drugged out of its mind, and it's really not the same as being there when the dog is actually passing. And with us, we've been able to do that all from home, take care of our dogs, take care of our cats, be with them during the happy times and the sad times, when they were preparing to depart this world. All of our dogs now have died from home, at home. And we've been able to really be there with them. And these experiences I've been able to have because, we work from home. I can literally, I have the freedom to work all this other stuff in with my busy work schedule. And yeah, right now I'm got five businesses that I'm either running or trying to build up. So I've got two running pretty well now. They are feeding us, have been feeding us for a while. And I've got three more that I'm working on trying to build up. So it's a busy schedule. But when you are the boss, when you're working from home, you can schedule in some cuddle time, and you can even do cuddle time while you're doing a live stream or a recorded stream like this one. So yeah, this is one of my reasons right here why I like to work from home, because yeah, you get to live your life, a full life, not a life where you're just stuck in a cubicle, typing away at a computer trying to make things happen. You can work out of your own cubicle. You can set up your office wherever you need to, in the backyard, in the front yard, in a broom closet, in a corner of your bedroom, in a corner of your living room. And you really have total freedom to be able to work, earn a living, and enjoy life at the same time. And this is the freedom of home based business, people. This is really the freedom of home based business that you won't find in many offices. I worked in an office once when I was like in my 20s, and I was young, I was dumb, I had better teeth. But, I thought I should be able to bring some of my pets into the office and take care of them in the office. And I was able to get away with it to a certain extent. But yeah, I had this baby squirrel that had fallen out of a nest. It had gotten hurt, and I found it in the backyard. And I went ahead, put it in the cage, and was feeding it, and it tamed down really, really fast. And I was scheduled to work that day in the office. I went ahead and took the baby squirrel in with me to the office. And I was feeding it milk through an eyedropper and feeding it hamburger and doing my regular work there in the office. And well, somebody told the boss, and this was at a church. It was church work that I was doing. I was a religious studies person in that office, and the boss just walked in. Catholic priest looked at me and said, "Ralph, what's this I hear?" And then he looked and he saw the squirrel in the cage, and he just shook his head and walked out. And that's really the only negative impact of that I had from that experience. But yeah, they knew I was wired a little bit differently, and I was able to get away with it. But in most offices, you can't. You can't bring a baby cat. You can't bring your own human baby into an office for the most part because, policy. You just can't do that. You have to separate your home life from your business life. And with home-based business, you don't have to do that. You can work your home life into your business life. I mean, God, that's why we build home-based business, so you don't have to separate your home life from your business life. It is a challenge sometimes balancing home life and business life. Like right now, I got my left hand to doing, hand gestures, got my right hand to holding a cat. But, this is the beauty of home-based business. You have the freedom to be able to do this. So now on with the topic of today. We could do a whole topic just on cats and home-based business, I guess. But the topic of the day is count them, three. Yeah, I can still count. Three email marketing failures that you really want to avoid. And the first is really getting their email address, but then not doing anything with it, basically not following up. And if you are using a good lead capture system in your email marketing, if you are able to collect the email addresses and the names of the folks that you are reaching out to, the people that you hope to turn into customers for your business opportunity or other products or services, then you need to be following up with those people on a regular basis. And an easy trap to fall into is that a lot of people forget. I'm almost 62 now. I'm a lot more forgetful now than what I used to be, 40 years ago when I was bringing squirrels into an office and thinking I could get away with it. But a lot of people will forget. And another thing that people will do is that they'll wake up, they'll think, okay, I need to send out an email to my list, and then they won't know what to say, and they won't really know how to phrase it. They'll just feel dry. And writer's block, these things happen. We all get those dry spells in home-based business and in any form of marketing. And the trap that we can fall into is we can think, well, I don't feel like doing it today, so I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and you think, okay, I'm still dry. I don't feel like doing it today. I'll do it the next day and the next day and the next day. And you really get to a point where, a week passes or maybe a month passes, and you realize you haven't done a bloody thing in your email marketing because you didn't feel like doing it. You felt dry. And a common failure is just for whatever reason, just not following up with your list. Now, a good way to get around this failure, a good way to, avoid this pitfall is to use a good autoresponder where you can be following up with people automatically. You can program the autoresponder to send out emails either daily or 3 times a week or however often you want, and be programming that autoresponder to follow up with people automatically. while you're laying in bed, even while you're snuggling a kitty cat, even. And yeah, it just gives you a lot of freedom. The thing is that you have to sit down, you have to write an email marketing campaign that makes sense. And if you want that campaign to last for 2 weeks, then you have to be writing 2 weeks worth of emails or finding 2 weeks worth of emails that you can use. She's getting a little anxious now, hearing sounds in the other part of the house here. Yeah, you want to go? You want to go? Huh? But yeah, you've got to, getting your autoresponder is one thing, getting it set up with the right email marketing emails is the other. And yeah, you do have to sit down and figure out your email marketing campaign. And then once you do that, plug it in, program it into your autoresponder, which is really no big deal once you get the hang of it. And then once you got all that work done, your autoresponder will be collecting the email addresses from your lead capture page that you have hooked into your autoresponder. And there are lessons out there, trainings that'll teach you how to do all this. So it may sound complicated to the novice listening in right now, but I mean, this is not as hard as it really may sound. When I'm talking about it right now, this isn't really as difficult as it may seem. But no, once you got all that work set up, the beauty of this is that when people see your offer online and they click on your affiliate link, which is really a link to your lead capture page, then they'll plug in their name, their best email address. And then once they do that, they're automatically going to be sent your email marketing campaigns. Maybe one email a day, maybe 5 emails a week, maybe 3 emails a week. However, it's totally up to you. You can set it up however you like. I like to do it on a daily basis. I like to be following up with my leads on a daily basis through the autoresponder. And then in addition to that, I also like to be sending out email marketing blasts or broadcasts where I'm giving them updates in addition to the autoresponder updates. I'm giving them more personal updates that I write on a daily basis and send that out to my list at least Monday through Friday. Sometimes I'll skip the weekend. If something big is going on, something big in the business, something big in the marketplace, then yeah, I'll do it on the weekends too. But yeah, you do need to be following up with the people on your email marketing list. And if you're not, odds are very, very good that you are missing out on sales. And that's not a good thing to be missing out on. I've had people in my autoresponder systems that were there for I don't know, months and months and months. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, they respond to an email that I sent out and they bought. If I had just given up on those people after, the first couple of weeks and not kept them in my autoresponder, not kept following up, I would have missed out on that sale. So yeah, not following up, huge failure, a huge fail in email marketing, but one that so many of us fall into because it's an easy trap. It's a hard trap to avoid, really. But yeah, something to look out for. And a good autoresponder will help you solve that problem. Another one is when you do follow up with your people, you're being too salesy. It's like my first autoresponder series that I wrote for probably my first couple of years, really, in email marketing. They sounded pretty much like this. Hey, thanks for your interest in my offer. Thanks for your interest in whatever, And then the second one will be, hey, thank you for your interest. I'd like to tell a little bit more. And then the third one would be telling you a little bit more and saying, yeah, this is why you should buy. Third one or fourth one or fifth one, it's like, why haven't you bought yet? This is such a good deal. Buy now, buy now, buy now. And every single email that I would send out would be, buy this, buy it now. Time's running out, buy now. And I was being way too salesy. I wasn't sharing anything about myself, who I am, why I am into home-based business, why I am building a home-based business around cuddling kitty cats right now. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say anything like that. Wouldn't share anything about my life, how I'm earning a living from home, how I'm able to do what I'm able to do. And I was just focusing on making a sale with each and every bloody email that I sent out. And a lot of people out there may be thinking, well, Ralph, that's why you do email marketing, right? You want to make sales. But yeah, you don't want to beat people over the head with it either. You want to be giving people the information that they need to make an informed decision as to whether or not this opportunity is right for them. And then you also want to be sharing value. Share some value with your people. If you know that everybody on your list is interested in making money from home somehow, maybe not with your system, maybe with somebody else's system, maybe with another company, well, then share with them some value about how you have been earning money from home, how they can be earning money from home, and just letting them know what's in it for them. And then, also mention at the end, hey, if you like this value, this is where I'm getting a lot of my value from. This is where I'm getting a lot of my tips and training from. So yeah, if you want to check out my offer down below, check it out. But if not, no big deal. Have a great day. Be as non-pushy, open, and as open to sharing value as you can. Don't be pushing a sale with each and every email, but do be giving some kind of value. And entertainment value is also value. Showing pictures of you with your cats. To cat lovers, that could be incredible value. And this one's getting kind of pushy. She's very salesy on that idea that I need to be petting her and snuggling with her. So yeah, very sweet old girl here. But yeah, don't be too salesy. When you do follow up, be sure to give value, some sort of value, with each and every email that you send. A third fail is not using the art of storytelling. And I mean, this is where people can really start to learn more about you, is when you start sharing stories from your life, personal stories, letting people know a little bit about your history, why you're doing what you're doing now, how you got into it. And if you can be telling stories that relate to your target market, sorry about that. If you can be telling stories that relate to your target market, then all the better. I mean, it's perfect, because if your story relates to their story, the one that they're living right now, if there's something in your past that your people on your email list can relate to, and they start thinking, okay, he had this problem in his life, he solved it this way, I'm having a very similar problem in my life right now, maybe that system that he's using will also work for me. And then once you get people thinking in that way, just by sharing your story, sharing honest stories, then you've got some power in that. Then that becomes a sales tool that you can be using to reach out to folks who are in similar positions as you were back when you were first, living out that story. So yeah, don't neglect the art of storytelling. And if you can relate your story to a moral, a principle that you want your audience to remember, or a product or a service that you are trying to sell, I mean, that is perfect. Because yeah, we live the story of our life for the purpose of learning something. Things happen to us in this life so we can learn and grow and prosper, ultimately prosper, but at least learn and grow. And when you look at your own personal story, you get to a certain age, you can begin to see, okay, when this first happened to me 30 years ago, I had no bloody idea why. Sorry about that. I had no idea why. But now, 30 years later, I can look back and I can see, okay, I understand. That happened because of this, and I learned this from that. And I mean, yeah, I really understand now why a lot of this crazy stuff happened. But we there are morals to the story of our lives. If you can express that in your email marketing campaigns, and you can let people know, okay, this is what I experienced, and I know that this is something that you have probably experienced, and this is how I solved it. This is how I overcame this problem. This is what I learned from this problem. And if you can be sharing your experience as well as, the product or the opportunity that you're trying to sell, but if you can be sharing your experience with other people and other people can learn from that and grow from it, even if they don't buy your product, their lives are going to be enriched and they're going to keep you in mind. If they are shopping for a opportunity or something somewhere down the line, somewhere in the future, then they're going to be more likely to look you up if you are sharing value with them and if they feel that you are a person that they can relate to. And telling your story, it can be very powerful in allowing people to get to know you and start to relate to you. So, I mean, yeah, that's a powerful uh, the tool of the trade right there. Telling your story, and don't just be focused on me, 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 me. Tell your story, but also make sure that you're expressing certain universal truths. Make sure that there's something from your story that other people can learn from, because it doesn't relate solely to you. It also relates to them. Like, cat lovers right now might be relating to my arm falling asleep after cuddling a kitty cat for 22 minutes on camera. Yeah, you just hate to move these creatures sometimes. But, one tool that I use, and this is where we're going to get into the salesy part. One tool that I use that really teaches you a lot, it's taught me a lot about how to set up sales funnels, how to use a marketing system, how to write emails, good emails. It's right down here, right down there. Yeah, right there. Ralph'sHomeBiz.com, right under the kitty cat there. This is an academy that will set you up with a funnel builder tool. It'll teach you how to build sales funnels. It'll teach you how to use marketing funnels, how to hook the sales funnel into your autoresponder, how to do all this stuff pretty much without a whole lot of trouble. I had some previous experience doing this before I got into this academy. And so for me, it was very simple, but even a newcomer that has never done anything with sales funnels or autoresponders before in their life, they have it set up in easy step-by-step video instructions where they just walk you through the process, and they have done for you lead capture pages. They've got done for you sales pages that you can use to promote the academy itself. And with a little bit of editing, you can use a lot of these lead cap or presentation pages to be promoting not just the academy, but also any other product or service or opportunity that you might want to be promoting using this system. And they teach you, how to be setting up your lead capture page, hook it into your autoresponder, how to be writing emails that are going to be more persuasive, how to do email
Okay, are we still going? Okay, sorry about that little gap there. My phone died in the middle of the podcast, so but anyway, yeah, if you want to learn all that stuff, I'm glad that that failure happened towards the end. That's another fail you want to avoid is using a Android phone that is a little quirky sometimes. But yeah, it overheated, it shut down right in the middle of the podcast. So sorry about that. But yeah, ralphshomebiz.com. Just check that out, and that will give you a lot of resources that will help you get started in online business. And it'll help you to promote the academy itself. And when you bring people into the academy and they become paying customers, you can be earning 80% recurring commissions for every qualified sale that you make. So, pretty lucrative offer. And the training in it is next level, I think. It is fantastic. I've been learning a lot from it and just very happy to be a part of this system. So, yeah, if you want to check that out, see if it works for you, go to my link, ralphshomebiz.com, and just check it out. You can get started for as little as $25. And even at that $25 a month level, you get a boatload of value that will help you build your first online business. And I mean, yeah, they've just some great trainers, great mentorship in this program, and just a lot of great value. So, my phone is telling me that it needs some major help. So, yeah, I'm going to shut this thing down, put the cat down, give the phone an enema, and we'll talk to you later. But yeah, later on tonight, I'm going to be talking about I do a business stream in the morning, and then we do more of a spiritual stream in the evening. So tonight's stream, we're going to be talking about meditating for success, and I'll try shooting that on a better Android device. So until then, take care. Best of luck in your home based business, whatever it is. And yeah, this is how you catch up with a cat and cuddle her for 30 minutes while taking care of business online. It's a whole new way of life, folks. And yeah, you can find a way to make money while petting a cat. Yeah, amazing stuff. Strange but true. So yeah, we're going to end this, but yeah, thanks for dropping by. We'll catch you later. So long. Cat lovers of business unite.